Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you a review you didn't ask for, but I did anyways because I really have an art supply addiction and I bought these new markers. Yay! These markers only cost me about $2 of my personal money because your girl had a $20 Amazon gift card and these are about $20 Canadian, so I paid like $2 hairs of my own money. Anyways, I thought there was a nice color range. I just discovered these, the reviews were good, and of course, I seem to be in a little deep dive and a binge of acrylic markers with brush tips, so here I am trying yet another set. I opened up the box, the colors look lovely, and I emptied it all out to find this little swatch card here. So I was a little startled to see that this is really like photo paper, kind of glossy on one side and paperish on the other side. So I'm like, wait a minute, how well are these markers going to hold up? As you guys can see, you can color match with what's on the cap. So I tried one color here, the E44, and it held up really well. So now I'm showing you guys the second swatch that I'm doing of R15. And you know what? I was definitely surprised how well it held up because I was really kind of just hesitant in the beginning because like I said, this little card is like photo paper. I went on to do all the colors and I find they're beautiful. They held up well, some colors more than others as you guys can see, but the coverage is really nice. And again, this is like a $20 set. So of course I had to try it on black paper and see how they held up. Now look at the tip over here. The tip doesn't quite bounce back. It stays a little bent, which is hard to see. I will show you guys again, but I definitely noticed it with certain colors more than others. As soon as I got into the pinks, I noticed that the nibs were not bouncing back as well as some other brands that I've tried, like Sharpie or Just Art. Doesn't mean you can't use it. The only other time I had tip problems, it's like the ink didn't fully saturate the tip here. It ended up working though, but as you guys can see, my swatch ends up being thinner because, I don't know. It works, it just threw me off. So this is just one layer. Everything turned out beautifully. I was just surprised about the nibs being of a different quality, but again, I only paid $20. My only other thing is that the black is mid, in my opinion. There's been other better blacks, so I decided to move on all the way to white paper. The next nib issue I had was with this gray. The tip is super flexible, which means if you want to get these for hand lettering, I don't recommend them for hand lettering. I do recommend them, however, for colors. As you guys can see, if you're going to do regular coloring, there's a beautiful color range, but if you want precision, especially for hand lettering, I don't recommend these for those. But if you want to go more impressionistic, or you just want to expand your art supplies, do some mixed media, try things out, then I recommend them. But if you want to hand letter, there are much better markers out there. And yes, for my super observant friends, I put another layer of white on my little egg shiny because it wasn't showing up the way I wanted. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, acrylic paint markers often need layers, and I barely had to do any. There's great coverage, but the white needed a bit of help. So I feel like a legit YouTuber now because I actually lost footage when I was making my little characters. So please meet Russell, the russet potato, Carmine, the carrot, and of course, Edgar, the eggplant. Yes, I love alliteration, but in order to break the alliteration, we had to put in Newton the tomato. If you know, you know. So I've almost used all the colors, and now I want to do one more character, and now I have Cornelius, the corn cob, of course. And now I have officially used every single color. Please drop in the comments who your favorite character is. Tell me why. I'd love to hear your opinions. So here we are outside, which is why the lighting is different and you can see everything on the spread. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I can't believe for about $20 you can get such a decent color range. I'm really happy with them. And I have way too many acrylic paint markers, but I definitely recommend them. Paint markers are no longer limited to Poscas anymore. FYI, there are definitely good options out there, great coverage, great selection. This girl's really happy. Now, I have to say, that little swatch card threw me off initially, but all the colors turned out really well, and I'm happy with the colors as well as the coverage. Now, Don't forget, guys, I had a little bit of issues with the nibs. Now I'm taking out the green again to remind you guys. This is the only one that I had issues with. However, the marker did work. It's just it gave me a thinner line than the other ones, but it did work, and it could just be a one-off in my set, and it's not enough for me to return it. I just want to be honest and 100 with everybody that the nibs on these weren't the best nibs that I've tried, but they weren't terrible, very doable if you want to use it for coloring, crafts, and impressionism. Again, do not buy these if you want to do hand lettering, because there are some rogue nibs that are a little too flexible, and if you want to color things in small, detailed, and precise, don't recommend these. But if they're just craft, playing in your sketchbook, go for it. Super affordable, they're great. Precision, not so much. So guys, my last thoughts, I absolutely love the packaging, surprised with the color range, and I only paid $2 out of my personal money, made it even better. But I absolutely love the packaging. I thought it was cute. However, it looks like it was done digitally, which bothered me a little bit, but I still think the design is beautiful and it's very cute, and it's just a box. So those are my opinions. I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you've ever swatched out some colors with eggs like this before. Again, I got this idea on Pinterest. Wasn't my idea, but I thought it was an excellent time to try it out. Yeah, I did that. Anyways, I'm going to link some other acrylic paint marker videos and stuff like that down below and in some cards. I hope you watch some of my other videos and you stick around for the next one. Bye!